Can you hear me calling out your name? Let me run to you and escape this place. Stop time, rewind, bring me back to you. How would it be in my heart if you only
Hello and welcome back, I'm Sean, and today the soundcore AeroFit 2 got an update with Smart AI Translator, and I'm here to show you how that would look like. And if you haven't gotten the AeroFit 2 previously and still sitting on the fence, maybe this feature will nudge you to get it. So let's check it out. So I normally rarely talk about an Earbuds new firmware updates, but I recently learned that the AeroFit 2 got an update to firmware 03.18, and with this firmware brings new capabilities to these earbuds. So it's not just your regular bug fixes update, but something that makes the AeroFit 2 a fantastic companion now if you travel around. So with the new 03.18 firmware, you're now going to get an AI translator feature with two key capabilities. The first one is a conversational translation, and the second one is a real-time translation. So let's talk a little bit about them. So both of these features lets you use a combination of your phone and your earbuds microphones to help you communicate in different languages, especially useful if you're traveling to foreign countries. So one thing to note here is that this feature requires you to be connected to the internet and doesn't work offline. So to use this feature, you need to have a working connection even when you're abroad. So Soundcore says that this translation feature supports upwards of 100 plus languages with 97% accuracy. And from my test, I can say that it is trained pretty accurately, especially between Chinese and English. At least the languages that I understand works extremely well and accurate. So playing some really complicated recordings of Chinese conversations, the earbuds can pick up the conversation with almost 99% accuracy and translates them efficiently back to me. It will let the sound play back for a little while and starts translating chunks of it back to you, making it sound intelligent because the translator can pick up logical pauses in conversation and translate it back to you. But with languages that I'm not too familiar with, for example Japanese to English, using Google Translate, I think the model still requires some continuous learning, and I can understand probably about 80% of the things it's translating, but sometimes I do notice that some sentences don't quite make sense. So from my calculation, there are about 99 different languages to choose from the list here, and some are familiar and some I have not even heard about. And the beauty of this conversation translator is that someone can be holding your phone and you can be wearing your earbuds, and each of you can take turns to speak and it'll translate. So each person can select one language to speak in and another to convert to. Hello, how are you today?
你好，今天过得怎么样？
Is there any good food around here?
这附近有好吃的东西吗？
I would like to have some burger.
我想吃点汉堡。
Can you tell me where is the nearest McDonald's?
一番近いマクドナルドがどこにあるか教えてもらえますか？
Do you think eating McDonald's is healthy?
マクドナルドを食べるのは健康的だと思いますか？
So now let's talk about real-time translation, and this feature allows you to put your phone in some place where you would like to translate entire conversations or lectures in other languages, and I think it's a perfect tool for the job. By putting this down and recording a really long conversation, the earbuds does it with finesse and translate every word accurately. Again, I can only play around with languages that I understand, but even if I record it in other languages that I don't know, for example French, I think it does it quite accurately almost all the time, which is super impressive. So if you find yourself in lectures that you don't understand the language, or perhaps you visit a foreign museum tour that speaks in their native language, now you can actually translate everything the person is saying live to you. Latency here is really not bad, often taking about 2 to 3 seconds before it feedbacks to you. For the accuracy you get with these features, 2 to 3 second delay is really not a big deal.
汤姆认为教他的猫喵喵先生去拿电视遥控器是一个绝妙的主意。都总是这么做，他嘟囔着。
Tom thinks teaching his cat, Mr. Meow, to fetch the TV remote is a brilliant idea. I always do it this way. He muttered about how hard it was.
3天后，遥控器被咬坏了，房子里所有的袜子都神秘消失了。喵喵先生终于大摇大摆地走了进来，从沙发底下拖出一片披萨。汤姆
3
眨了
days
眨
later,
眼，
the
那不
remote
是遥
control
控
was
器。
chewed up.
喵喵
All the
先生
socks
骄
in the
傲地
house
喵喵叫
mysteriously
着，
disappeared,
坐在披萨
and
上，
Mr. Meow
就像
finally
坐在
strutted
王
in.
座上一样。
Tom, pull a slice of pizza out from under the couch. In the blink of an eye, that's not a remote control. Mr. Meow Meow proudly meowed, sitting on the pizza as if it were a throne.
汤姆感到沮丧，但奇怪的是，他印象深刻，耸了耸肩，抓起披萨，先把猫放回原位，说：“我想我们正在看遥控器上已经打开的东西。”从那天起 ，Sir Meowsala 成为了官方的频道
Feeling
选择者，
frustrated, but
而且
oddly
不知何
impressed,
故，
he shrugged,
他一直是
grabbed the
一类
pizza,
纪录片
put the
频
cat back
道
in its place first, and said, I think we're watching whatever's already on the remote. From that day on, Sir Neil Summer became the official channel selector, and somehow it was always the documentary channel.
Tom trouva l'idée géniale d'apprendre à son chat, Sir Méocelot, à rapporter la télécommande. Les chiens le font tout le temps, marmonna-t-il. C'est
Tom
vraiment
thought it
difficile.
was a brilliant idea to teach his cat to retrieve the remote control. Dogs do it all the time, he muttered. It's really hard.
So what do you think about this feature? Is this a great AI integration into an earbuds, or would you hope that it has other features that AI could enable for an earbuds like that? Let me know in the comments below, but for me I really think that this is quite an invaluable feature for anyone who already owns the AeroFit 2, definitely making your investment worthwhile. But if you don't have the AeroFit 2 and is still contemplating if this is for you, I hope this video gave you some insights to the new features that you might find useful. With that said, click on the video right over here to see the original video of the AeroFit 2, or click here to see another video, and I'll see you right over there.